Howdy folks, Doc here with Last Best Tool. And one of the things that's great about angled pliers is they just open up new worlds as far as your ability to grab things, increase sight line maybe, going around corners. But they are a somewhat specialty tool. These Gadors, I just love these things. I'll put a link below because everyone always asks. It's one of my most asked about tools. Great design, nice fit finish. I've got a couple of Orbis here. These seem to be related to Knipex. I've seen them on the Snap-on truck as well. Slight bend, asymmetrical handles. Again, great fit and finish. Real handy for different things such as trying to get into some areas where you also need to be able to see what you're doing versus having your hand straight ahead, kind of that sort of pistol shape. These are one of my favorite Snap-on cutters, these little diagonal cutters with the asymmetrical spring-loaded angled handles. Once you just use stuff like this, it just feels so much better for a lot of things. But oh, and the NWS, I've got several NWS that are kind of bent, including Irwins that are rebranded, but they're expensive. They're for a plier that you may not use all the time because this does have limitations compared to conventional shaped pliers, kind of a combination pliers. So what do we have here? We've got a set of 3 angled head pliers. These are sold under the Aries brand, but I assume they're a rebrand made by somebody else, and they are from China. But it is a well-made plier. This whole set is about 35 bucks, or close to, I don't know, 12 bucks a piece. So that gets you in the door to experience some angled head cutting, grabbing, and a little bit of precision work. So what I've got here is a 7.5 inch side cutter. I've got a 8 inch kind of a combination plier with that nut grabbing on the back that's very reminiscent of what NWS does. Real similar here, but using a more conventional head on this. And then also a 8.5 inch needle nose with a pretty significant bend in it. This one here came out the stiffest. This one's silky smooth. This one's pretty good, but I haven't used them a ton. I did make a bunch of cuts and checked it. So like if I put this, stick a piece of wire in here and bend this right up at the tip just to kind of feel kind of the spring and look for any flip it around here, any give. It's actually doing pretty well. I can compare that straight ahead to the Orbis here. Again, very, very similar. I did a bunch of cuts. This one was not the strongest cutter. It definitely did cut, but I was just doing the solid core 12 gauge, and sometimes that would happen. Struggle a little with the insulation unless I moved up and squeezed a little bit harder. These cut great. As you can see, there's a bunch of wear on the blades. That is cosmetic. I do not feel a single thing there, and they just whoops, cut on the, if I go down to the bottom, it doesn't cut. So I'm not sure. I'm starting to think that that is a feature because so many of them do that, but it just snips right through, even at a kind of a short plier. If I compare that to my favorite Snap-ons here, the Snap-ons a little snippier, and they fit in the hand just a little bit better. But overall, if you don't have a pair of angled pliers and you're not going to spend the money on a good one, then that's why I'm pointing people in directions. I want you to try some different tools that maybe you aren't going to try unless you can get a really good quality one. That's how I used to feel. But some of these have good benefits, whether they're ergonomic benefits, whether they allow you to work a little more efficiently or even safely. But they are kind of a specialty tool. So I'm highlighting the specialty tools that are inexpensive, but I'm comparing them head to head to the more expensive ones. If I had a choice, yeah, I'd take the Snap-on, but if you have the choice between none and these, you know what? I'd take these. They are, the forging coming out of China I'm not going to say it's always great because we know that it isn't, but they can make some good prices or well-priced kind of specialty tools like this that are not over the top as far as, you know, the danger if it's not the highest quality. It's a good pair of pliers. It does what most people need most of the time. So I guess that's kind of the way that I'm looking at it. I'd prefer to buy American, or at least buy, maybe a more American-friendly company. However, there's a lot of things I work with that are made in China, and I've got a lot of contacts in China. I was just nearby China just recently. It's a whole nother world, yes, but there's also a lot of places that this is all they know. They do not know of any of the American ones, and in fact, actually, that's the majority of the world, kind of the way it works. Anyway, the German pliers, the NWS and the Orbis, are great. The Gador is Austrian. Silky smooth. Just love that. And then the Snap-on, of course, is America. But here is another option if you are thinking about going down this road inexpensively. There are some worse ones out there. But these, I thought I'd try them out and see, and everything that I've done with them, they're just totally fine, especially for the price. 13 bucks a piece, 12 bucks a piece. Anyway, let me know your thoughts. I am trying to go down the road of some more affordable tools simply because I get a lot of questions about it. I might do a video on these and it's like, great, yeah, but who's got, 80 bucks or whatever they cost for a plier you might not use all that much. Well, okay, here's an option. So that's what I'm trying to do. Anyway, with that, Doc out.